So for me, I'm just preparing myself, and I have as the best as I possibly can. And now when I step in that ring, I know myself will be 100%. So we just have to see when he's in there how he is. But I definitely don't think it's something I haven't seen. Well, I think I could do a lot of talking and say, I'm prepared the best I can. You could just look at me and just kind of see the shape I'm in and how I look, and kind of have your own opinion on it. I think that speaks enough. That speaks enough.
And that's a risk I'm willing to run. I believe I will have achieved more, will be more experienced. And it's my job to go in there and prove that I am at that level, which I will do without a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
You don't think I'm gonna hit you with that lip kick?
No.
Many fighters like you. I thought that was strong. Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. You go for it. You're the one that started it.
You go for it.
Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn went face-to-face during a heated press conference ahead of their highly anticipated fight. They exchanged confident words and intense stares that set the tone for the entire build-up. This drew massive attention from boxing fans all over the world across social media and press events.
Being told that September, the Mexican holiday in September, around about the 12th of September, Las Vegas the destination, as Ryan Garcia of Mexican heritage will be defending his WBC welterweight championship. And he was on the Jimmy Fallon show this week, which is massive over in the States. He made a big announcement because he says that he's going to be fighting a certain fella from the United Kingdom in the shape of Conor Benn. What did you make of all that? And if just for a little bit of context on that, Conor Benn hasn't fought at 147 pounds flat for the last 4 years. His last fight was 150 pound catch weight against Regis Prograis. He hasn't hit 147 for 4 years. Still highly ranked with the WBC at 147, and now gets an opportunity, it seems, in September to be fighting for a world.
The fight is set to be Garcia's first defense of the WBC welterweight title. That makes the matchup even more important as the rivalry between the two men continues to grow. Garcia won the title earlier this year and quickly became one of boxing's biggest names. Benn, on the other hand, has worked his way into mandatory challenger status after several strong performances. The tension between them has been building for months, with both men trading verbal shots in interviews, press conferences, and on social media. For Garcia, this fight is a chance to show that his title reign is the real deal and that he can handle the pressure of being a champion. For Benn, it is the biggest fight of his career and his shot at winning his first world title.
You know me, I can't play soccer, brother. You're about to see right now.
Well, look,
I'll try my best, though. I can get him off.
hey, what round is Conor Benn going to sleep?
Oh, he's going to go to sleep in rounds 6 or 7.
Are you excited?
Of course, man. We're going to beat it. You know that.
He called you out again today.
Oh, it's insane. He acts like I actually have a contract. Brother, I don't have a contract,
How you been, Ryan? Good?
I've
You
been
look
good, yeah.
You've been training?
I've been training hard. Once you're a champion, you got to stay a champion.
Garcia has made it very clear that he expects to dominate Conor Benn when they finally meet. Speaking with full confidence about the fight, Garcia predicted that Benn will not make it to the final bell. He boldly claimed he will put his opponent to sleep in the 6th or 7th round. The WBC welterweight champion believes his speed, timing, and explosive left hook will be far too much for Benn to handle as the fight goes on. Garcia made these comments after Benn's win over Regis Prograis, a performance that many fans and analysts did not find particularly impressive. Since then, Garcia has repeatedly said he is operating on a completely different level from the British contender.
In terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America, Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star in the UK. So, yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, I like him up at 160 or up towards that weight class, but I don't see a way he beats Ryan Garcia at 140.
Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney is seen by many as the biggest fight available in the American market. The reasoning comes down to history, rivalry, and proven entertainment value. The two have already shared a dramatic fight where Haney largely outboxed Garcia, but Garcia's power produced knockdowns that kept the contest very competitive and memorable. That mix of technical boxing against explosive punching creates a natural style clash that fans understand and look forward to easily. Combined with the existing bad blood between them and both holding championship status, a rematch carries real sporting importance and major commercial appeal.
Anyone that thinks that Conor Benn's a bigger fight than Devin Haney, in the U.S., it's definitely not a bigger fight. Like Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney is huge in the U.S. Why? Because we know what's going to happen during it. We know what the press tour is going to look like with these guys hating the hell out of each other. And we saw 12 rounds of that. Well, you're right. Devin Haney, in the rounds he didn't get hurt or knocked down, won those rounds. The problem was Ryan Garcia hurt him a lot, knocked him down 3 times, beat him up in that fight. His face was all messed up at the end of that fight.
And it was one of the fights of the year as well, man.
Great fight. This is what I'm saying. It was a great fight. You don't need to tell people that Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney could be a great fight. We know it is because we saw it the first.
Conor Benn's recent performance has led some critics to raise serious questions about where he truly stands in the welterweight division. Many observers describe the showing as disappointing and saw it as a warning sign heading into bigger fights. Doubts have also been raised about Benn's position as the WBC's top-ranked contender, with some arguing his ranking is hard to justify given how little he has competed at 147 pounds in recent years. Critics who once believed Benn's aggression, power, and explosiveness could trouble elite opponents have started to change their view after his latest outing. As a result, confidence in his ability to compete with the division's biggest names has gone down. Skeptics now believe fighters like Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson would all enter potential fights with Benn as clear favorites because of their superior experience, technical ability, and proven success at the top level.
Conor Benn, for whatever reasons, is the #1 ranked challenger to Ryan Garcia's WBC title. All right, let's not litigate that right now. The WBC does incredibly crazy things with their rankings. I agree with you there. Before this fight, I talked to a lot of smart people in boxing that thought Conor Benn would beat Ryan Garcia, that thought Conor Benn's explosiveness would be too much for Ryan Garcia, who often leaves himself kind of in a tough defensive position when he steps back, he drops his guard, that chin hangs up in the air. After this fight, Sergio, I don't know how you can look at a Garcia-Conor Benn matchup and say that Ryan is the underdog. Ryan, who was on social media saying, bring that guy to me afterwards, has to be feeling confident if that's the fight that gets made at some point before the end of this year. All the welterweights out there were saying the exact same thing. Devin Haney is on social media. Shakur Stevenson, who is not a big puncher at 140 pounds, said he would be disappointed.
Many people are concerned about Conor Benn's ability to compete at the elite level against Ryan Garcia because he has not consistently fought at the 147-pound welterweight limit for several years. Since 2022, Benn has competed in fights above the division, including contests at middleweight and catchweight. That means he faces a significant adjustment ahead of this championship fight. Analysts question whether a demanding weight cut could affect his stamina, power, and overall performance on fight night. Benn recently came back closer to welterweight in his win over Regis Prograis and has insisted that making 147 pounds is not an issue. But doubts still remain among some boxing observers. Critics argue that stepping in with a naturally explosive and fast champion like Garcia after spending years at heavier weights presents a unique and serious challenge.
Paulie Malignaggi had some things to say about the fight in Conor Benn. Listen to him.
Paulie, did you catch the Conor Benn fight? Did you catch the co-main event?
I did. You know what, guys? I'm done. I'm done with it. This guy's horrible. This guy's terrible. I don't mind watching Conor Benn. Like I don't mind him getting the fanfare. He's an okay fighter. Just don't start mentioning him at world-class levels. Then you start going to start crossing the line. Because he's not your Jake Paul either. So it's not like I'm throwing him all the way on the other side. I'm not doing that. I'm being a very honest person here. He's an okay fighter. Okay, but just don't start mentioning him with these world-class situations, the world-class fighters. He talks about Shakur Stevenson and all this other stuff. His name belongs nowhere near those guys, okay? For the fanfare, okay, I get it. People start talking about him. He's got a lot of popularity, and I understand that's going to happen. But don't start mentioning him boxing-wise with these guys. All of a sudden, right away, we start seeing tweets and Instagrams about this Shakur Stevenson fight and everybody. Shakur Stevenson would beat him with one hand.
Some boxing experts feel that too much attention is being put on the Garcia versus Benn fight when a rematch between Garcia and Devin Haney would be a much bigger and more meaningful event. Their first meeting was one of the most talked about fights in boxing, full of intense rivalry, dramatic moments, and real controversy. Since that fight, Both have become welterweight champions, making a second meeting even more significant. The rematch would involve two title holders and would settle unfinished business between two fighters with a long history of bad blood. Experts argue the matchup offers everything fans want: elite talent, championship stakes, contrasting styles, and a personal rivalry that creates genuine excitement.
Looking at these photos, I'm just thinking to myself, why are we talking about Ryan Garcia against Conor Benn? Why aren't we talking more about Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney? This was the fight that so many people wanted to make less than a year ago. When these two guys were in New York City, getting ready to fight in that Times Square card, all they both had to do was win their fights. Devin looked, mediocre against Jose Ramirez. Ryan went out and lost to Rolly Romero. That fight went away. A year later, both these guys are in much different places. Devin Haney came off that win against Brian Norman. He is a welterweight champion. Ryan Garcia beats Mario Barrios. He is a welterweight champion. This is the fight we should be talking about. Like, no disrespect to Conor Benn, who has a big name, big punch, can sell a fight. This is the best, I'm going to say the best. It's the best fight you can make in the welterweight division right now. Two champions, two guys that hate each other, two guys with big names. Why is this fight not front burner for both of these guys? Why is Ryan Garcia talking about taking this fight against Conor?
Henry Garcia criticized Conor Benn for signing with Zuffa Boxing, arguing that joining a new and improved promotional company can seriously hurt a fighter's career path. He believes that established boxing networks give fighters access to top opponents, stable rankings, and real title opportunities. A startup platform brings uncertainty and limited matchmaking options. Early-stage organizations often have their own politics and limited resources, making it harder to get fights with established elite names. He also suggested that being tied to a new contract could reduce flexibility and make it more difficult to pursue high-profile opportunities.
What your thoughts were on Conor Benn signing with Zuffa?
That organization just started, and if I were a boxer that's already been established, you don't want to test something out that hasn't been perfected yet. You know what I mean? Zuffa hasn't been perfected yet, so you're gonna ruin your career. And now that you signed, you can't fight people like us. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're right.
You can't fight.
It takes time.
It takes time. And if you think there's politics now, it's more politics.
But Henry, if they offer you $20 million, you're taking the fight.
Well, you know what? Again, it's up to the managers, but I'm telling you, I don't think Dana White will give away $20 million. I don't think
maybe
so.
For Ryan's a superstar.
Well, that's true, maybe. But anyways, you don't go on the other side unless it's been tested, and I don't think Zuffa has been tested already.
Especially because there's already been conversations where Conor has wanted to fight.
Well, that's why.
Ryan.
Why would he sign? Why would he sign then? You had Ryan right there, and he's another hater. See, there you go. And I'm glad that we proved him wrong. Another hater. That my son can't go over 6 rounds or whatever. I can't stand people like that. And this is true.
Regis Prograis added more fuel to the debate around Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn by suggesting that Garcia could actually lose the fight. Prograis praised Benn's physical strength and warned that he hits much harder than many people give him credit for. He cautioned that underestimating Benn would be a mistake. According to Prograis, Benn's aggression, forward pressure, and ability to get inside quickly make him a dangerous opponent for anyone at welterweight, including elite names like Garcia. While he did not completely dismiss Garcia's skills or championship standing, he suggested that Benn's power and toughness could create real problems if the fight turned into a close and physical battle.
10K for breakfast. Any day of the week. Discipline, unmatched. Work ethic, unmatched. You can't outwork me. Shout out to Regis, great opponent. Back-to-back stadium shows. I want that WBC World title next. Let these eyes heat up in the head clashes. And then we're good to go. Up and ready to go July, August. Wanna be action. Yeah, boy. More motivated now than ever. First fight back at 147, 150. I'm ready to drop back down to 147 and get that world title. Get what belongs to me. Keep that belt warm, Garcia. Coming through.
Experts have raised serious concerns about Conor Benn's ability to compete at the very highest level of the welterweight division. They suggest Ben may struggle against elite opponents who combine top-level technical skill, speed, and ring intelligence, as opposed to fighters who rely mainly on physical strength or aggression. His recent performances are used as evidence for this doubt, with the suggestion that he has not shown the kind of consistent dominance expected from a true top contender. In this context, a fight with Ryan Garcia is seen as appealing mainly for financial and promotional reasons rather than for its pure sporting value.
Why Zuffa Boxing, Keith Connolly, Conor Benn are pushing for the Ryan Garcia fight. It is lucrative. It is a world title. But I think they also know, at least the people around Conor Benn, that if the Ryan Garcia fight doesn't happen, and they put Conor Benn in with somebody else who doesn't bring the same cachet to the ring, Conor Benn could lose. Like what Conor Benn showed me against Regis Prograis is that these lower weight classes, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. 150.
Conor Benn is under growing scrutiny as he prepares to return to the welterweight division after competing at heavier weights in recent fights. Critics and analysts argue that cutting back down to 147 pounds after years away could affect his stamina, ability to take a punch, and overall performance. Some compare the situation to fighters who were never quite the same after moving between weight classes. The concern is that Benn's body may have adjusted to a heavier weight, making the transition difficult against elite opposition. While Benn insists he is disciplined and confident about making the weight, questions remain about whether he can still perform at his best in a division he has not consistently competed in for around 4 years.
Is that Conor Benn has made welterweight, so he's been boxing obviously up with Chris Eubank Jr. is at 160 pounds, and he come down to 150 pounds in his last fight. Maybe, you know, some people say they're lacking a little bit of strength. The punch power sort of left him down at 147. Is going to be a totally different task as well. It's a tough night for Conor Benn, but he gets that opportunity for the WBC.
Do you give him a chance against Garcia?
You got to give him a chance. You have to give him a chance, but it's probably quite a slim one. Yeah, but listen, it's about opportunity, and we don't know. Conor Benn's been craving for this world title fight. He's been calling it out for a long time. The thing that concerns me, Paul, is when you go up to 160 pounds, the super middleweight division, and then you're coming back down to welterweight, you're the division that you used to compete in, but you haven't been there for 4 years. You haven't made that weight for 4 years. I think your body adjusts and, and acclimatises to a certain weight division. And I think it's hard when you come back down. We saw Roy Jones going up to heavyweight and going back down to super middle, and he was never the same. And I think for Conor Benn, it may just lost a bit of that punch power and maybe even a bit of punch resistance at 147. That's why I lean towards Ryan Garcia, who's natural.
That is all for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.